Welcome in, friends. My name is Jess. I'm broadcasting frequency 888. It's been an odd day. Like energetically is what I mean. The rest of my day has been wonderful. Excuse me. I got a lot done. Not a lot done, but intentionally was able to step into my masculine, and that felt good. But I've been feeling a brain foggy feeling today. And maybe this group is dealing with headaches because of the stress. Based on the cards, it's showing me with the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords that there's been some stress. It might stem from hostility, but it's definitely been stressful. And it makes sense because we have the Tower in reverse, which is giving rebuilding. You're rebuilding your foundations right now. Confirmation, my cat. And that doesn't always feel so good. Feeling a lot of tightness right through here. And this is giving that this collective, there's something not being said. And when one stops themselves from speaking out, the energy shifts and shows up in other ways to show that it's not good for you to keep yourself quiet, right? So what I'm getting is, I'm going to read the Five of Swords for you. Because the Tower, being in the reverse Tower, is about survival, rebuilding. So you are possibly hustling, and that can be stressful. But this right here, the Five of Swords, it says, when upright, the Five of Swords represents a struggle with your feelings following a falling out or disagreement. Victory isn't always sweet. It can be just as bitter as losing. If you suffered a defeat at the hands of another, accept it and stop ruminating. Be graceful in defeat and learn from your loss. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse, which is about indecision. And this, honestly, feeling through this feels right to me, to be feeling the indecision while being, stressed out. This collective is rebuilding can be so stressful, and I'm speaking from experience, right? I'm currently rebuilding my foundation. So there's this energy of of consistency, and yeah, because of the Five of Swords giving that there's been some sort of disagreement, the Two of Swords in reverse is saying, when dealing with others, this position may also indicate you're reaching an impasse with them. Compromise if possible, but if the situation is untenable, remove yourself from it. So Archangel Michael is coming through, and he is asking you to trust your intuition, because this has been you. You've been rising above challenging situations. You've been in your movement of like taking intentional steps towards your goals and rebuilding your foundation. But of course, life happens. Life be happening. So, having someone outside of you coming in with a conflict can be very stressful, on top of something that was already somewhat stressful, right? So what's happening here is you are being called to listen to your intuition. And what I'm feeling in this is that you have a very mature and stable emotional system. And what I mean by that is that you you are emotionally mature. You rely on your heart and your head. You combine, you connect, and it allows you, to move through life. And sometimes it can be a little hard, right? So what's happening is sources coming in, and I need to see if there's any other cards. Sources coming in, Archangel Michael is coming in to say to allow yourself to trust your intuition, and if you feel called to remove yourself from a situation or from a person, and or not talk to that person, then do that. Create space. The Lovers came in reverse, so this is speaking on that you could possibly, this group or this person, whomever you are, could possibly need to be focusing on pouring in some self-care. The Lovers in reverse is about loving self, and I actually want to read what that says. And it also touches on, wow, I spaced out on this, but that's okay. It also touches on conflict as well. This is just reiterating the swords. Okay, so it says, when reversed, the Lovers warns of current conflicts. You're suffering from a communication breakdown that could be affecting you and or those you are in a close relationship with. Don't despair. Know that you are sowing seeds for nurturing future. Yeah, that's what it is, you King of Cups. Because once you remove yourself from this conflict and actually just change your mind, change your perspective, look elsewhere, focus on something different. Once you do that, there will be connections made, and there'll be more ease and celebration, because you are what is coming through as Source is saying, you are on the path to your highest alignment. And that's why right now it feels a little bit rocky, because when you're starting from nothing and you're building your foundation, that can be a lot on one's shoulders, right? And Gaia is coming through, and she desires for you to know that you are thoroughly loved and connected. You are connected. You are intuitive and emotionally stable. So don't allow any of this to get you down. And if it does, don't stay down for too long. Send some love to yourself and just take some space from whomever it was that there was a disagreement with or conflict. And let's see, is there anything else? Because you're the Queen of Cups. Oh my God, I cannot lie. And you are the Star. Okay, message coming through. Okay, so the reason why there's been these conflicts with others, this is powerful, it's because you've been showing up for yourself. And people are seeing that. And even if they're not nitpicking at you about the fact you're doing that, these conflicts are coming up now because it's showing you where previously you weren't setting boundaries. It's showing you where previously you weren't speaking up for yourself, but now you are. And now you are more connected. And this is so powerful. And as you rise and as you build your foundation, it is going to draw eyes to you. And it's not always going to be, the nicest people, but I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, that is the goal, is to magnify your tribe. But also, there's things that happen in our lives and they happen because it's necessary to show us that we have grown, right? Oh, baby. I'm just glad this has ended. This reading is ending like this because you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to worry about. Conflicts come and go, but that's part of the experience. And you are this beautiful being right here. Look at all these beautiful colors. Look at you. And at the end of the day, you are on your highest aligned path. And as long as you create space and you listen to your intuition and you continue to listen to your intuition and rebuild and mind your own business, because at the end of the day, people don't want you to mind your own business. I mean, not everyone. There are people that are cheering you on, and I am definitely one of them. But there are people in this world that in this current moment may not be able to show up for themselves or are deciding to not show up for themselves. And subconsciously that can create energetic frustration. And you being the intuitive being that you are, you may be feeling that. And Gaia is saying to hang in there. Trust your inner guidance. Make sure you are grounding. That is key right now, especially as you're building your foundation and you're most likely receiving new downloads and new intuitive guidances. Please make sure you are always grounding. You beautiful star being. You're Queen of Cups, which means you are empathetic. You are psychically in tune with the collective, with many, many other people. You are able to feel so deeply. So allow yourself some space from the people who are bringing dis-ease into your life. That is the message. I love you so much.